God's original plan is for us to follow, not fight. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. My name is Chris Bailey, where we are trying to live the law. That's the focus of this series. And we're talking about God's original plan. And his idea and what he set out in a perfect world was that his creation would be in complete alignment with its creator. Our creator designed us for his glory. We're built for relationship. But before we talk about it, I want to thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and pass this on. Share it, literally, with someone else to encourage them. To start the process, if you'd like for us to come where you are, your church or school, send us an email. That's contact@changeministry.org. In Exodus chapter 23, we continue looking at these ordinances, these laws that he's given to Israel, and in principle that we can look at today, where he says, "Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared." God's promise to Israel was to lead them to a place that he has prepared. So knowing that it was God that delivered Israel out of Egypt, and to know that it was God who desired, not destined, because destined would say that Israel had no choice. So he desired them to go to a place that he had prepared. So now that leaves Israel. What's their responsibility? What's their focus then? The focus is to follow him. In fact, he said he would send an angel. It was through Jesus Christ now that God is leading Israel, and he's leading us home with him. That's why we're looking and waiting for Jesus to come back, to take us home, to be with him and our Heavenly Father. We're on this journey. So what principle can we get from it? Well, in verse number 21, beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. He's saying, obey. He's saying to follow. God desires us to follow Jesus. In following Christ, we land home. When we look at our life and the course of our past, I'm pretty sure we can find that most of those mistakes either belong to us or even to things that have happened to us from other people who look like us. So going forward, what we can do now is say, Lord, at least I can learn from my mistakes, and you become my map. Your message becomes my map. And if we do life God's way and on his terms, we'll find ourselves closer to him and further from that past. And that's why in this last verse, we can stand on the promise where he says, if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, if we follow the voice of God and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. So now when we follow the Lamb now gets between us and the lions of this life. In fact, the enemies, we're not just talking about bad people. We're talking about bad, period. We're talking about sin. He says, your sin that doth so easily beset you, I will set you free from that. And I will be the enemy of your anger. I will be the enemy of your lust. I will be the enemy of your jealousy. He becomes the enemy of all the stuff that's keeping us back from following him. That's deliverance. That's hope. If we just make the decision to obey his voice. I pray we hear. And the only thing as important as hearing God's voice is heeding his voice. So I pray that the Spirit of the Lord continues to speak to you today.